And this is the Savage BA Stealth 308 20-inch barrel, and we've tossed on the POF 3-port muzzle brake. So have a Diamondback 6 to 24 Vortex scope, basically factory chassis, factory recoil pad, or stock, I guess, on the back end. Factory grip, haven't changed that out. Haven't even adjusted the trigger, so that's set at whatever the factory was. And a UTG bipod. Apparently I grabbed the little taller bipod, so this will set me up a little bit. I mean, that's a nicer bipod if you're prone. Get a little bit taller than the weeds or the leaves. And our 400-yard, quarter-mile away, looking downrange. It's a little windy, and the sun is out. I do see some heat miraging through the reticle. So I'll probably take a couple of shots at 100 yards there. At those 2-inch wide pieces of painter's tape, just verify scope, and then we'll take a couple of shots down there at the steel swinging targets at 400 yards and see if I can get close. Throw on some eye protection. I got ear plugs in, but with the brake underneath this pavilion, we want ear muffs as well. Okay, I think those are about where I remember them at. Get that dialed in for about 400 yards. And we'll see if we can do anything at 400. Turn this back down to 10 power. Impact. Not bad. Looks like I knocked one of the chains loose. Now we'll have to go down and fix that. Might have one round left in here. Yep, we got one round left. We'll see if we can really break it. And we'll go down range and really fix it. Oop, I didn't compensate for the wind that time. Yeah, first round I held off to the right because we've got a shearing crosswind, or the wind's coming from the west, pushing to the east. That one I held dead center. Oh, I got one left. Do a little hold over again. Nope. I guess it was the first time luck, right? Gun's clear, and might as well go fix a couple of targets downrange. Alright, here's 400 yards. On the drive down, we kicked up a couple of 6 or 7 deer were laying over here in the sunshine. So apparently BMWs scare off the deer. And this mess of steel was stuff I had laying around the house. I don't know how many years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, we drug it out here. Set it up as a donation so that you didn't have to walk a quarter mile to check your targets every time. But oh, I see this is the one I whacked. And I guess we only had one chain on it to start with. So these are getting pretty beat up. Looks like somebody had some high horsepower tools they were punching with. So these are going to need to be replaced. Sad thing is, I left them some spare stuff out here when I built all of this. I just had some cookies left over from work, sheet metal shop. We'd burn out pipe flanges, and then these would be the centerpieces. So took them home, welded on some 3/8 bolts. That way they could hang on a little bit of an angle. Left them some excess chain. So we've got several other pieces of steel here to choose from. Went with some clips and some S-hooks so that we could pull from 2 different points and keep the targets kind of pointed down a little bit so any spall or splatter would flash down. But it looks like over the years the guys have been pretty laxed on doing maintenance and pretty good on just making pocked up plates. And this isn't AR-500 steel or anything, this was just mild steel. So they've held up surprisingly well. Hey, that trolley actually still moves. I figured that thing would be rusted up solid by now. And a couple of spots up here where people have hit the I-beam with the bullets. These threaded rods used to have streamers on them, so you could kind of get a gauge of what the wind was doing down here, because way back there, it's a little difficult to get a read. Plus we've got these trees along the side, so the wind will run across the top of those and then drop down. Well, somebody had a deer mount and apparently donated it out here to be funny. Looks like the hide is peeling off the foam. Antlers are still kind of holding up. But, yeah. Your stuffed animals aren't really meant to be hanging out in the weather. So it looks like I'll have to come back with some more chain. A couple of more clips to get on that beam. Spread that out. I'll bring some surveyor's tape. Get some more streamers tied up on that stuff so it can read the wind. And then these little trees growing in the back, we should get a little sawzall or chainsaw. Mow those things down too. But for the most part, yeah, berm is holding up pretty well. We had the berm done when we had the range cleared, and we also did a shed cut and took out a lot of the mature trees. Left some of them that were 8 to 12 inch range. Let those things grow, and probably a few more years we'll get in here, trim some of these back again. Tops and some of the dead stuff they just let lay. So there's definitely plenty of firewood if any of the club members that burn firewood or campfires wanted to come up, clean up some drops. That stuff's available to them. We've got about 120 acres out here. And as you can see on this awesome Sunday afternoon, it's just me, the dragonflies, and the deer. And we end up digging a little trench around the back here to bring the sand up, build this backstop. So no fish in it. It's only a couple of 3-4 feet deep at the most. But it's a nice little water hole for turkeys and deer. There was mention of a black bear hanging out around here too. I haven't seen that yet. A couple of the club members have got some cellular trail cameras out here. So we're probably showing up on 1 or 2 of those. I think spring turkey season is open as well. So we might run across some turkey hunters. But I haven't seen any other vehicles on the property or any signs of anything yet, so I don't think I'm interrupting anybody's turkey season. Little pollywog, tadpoles. So we'll have plenty of frogs out here. All in all, it's a nice day to be outside. And somebody left their bow stand up from, or maybe gun stand, because now we can raise platform hunt. There'll be a name at the base of that, whose it is. But behind a 200-yard or 400-yard backstop, probably not the best choice of location. How high up is he? Get in line here. Okay, so there's the range looking due north. Here is due west. There is due south. And right there is that stand. Probably not the greatest spot, especially with the class of long-range marksmen that we have here. Good location to possibly get shot at, because the range is open all year round to the club members. Hunting, yeah, you can be out here hunting. However, if somebody decides November 18th they want to come sight their deer rifle in, it is a range first of all, and then you can hunt it second of all as a club member. Anyway, we'll bring that range berm and hunting position up at the next club meeting and mention that they might want to give a little bit of thought to their own safety. But thanks for watching. Till next time.